Through the Moon is perhaps shorter than a lot of us Dragon Prince fans would have liked, but it is nonetheless a lovely bridge between the third and fourth seasons of this wonderful show. Season 4 has thankfully been renewed, and that is very exciting, but as for when we are actually going to be getting Season 4, no one really knows. According to a Reddit AMA on October the 9th, show co-creator Aaron Haas said that Season 4 was very late in pre-production and would be starting production soon. Now, whether that's positive or negative news depends on your perspective, but it does not sound particularly promising in terms of us getting Season 4 at a reasonable time if Season 4 has not even entered production yet. I thought that we would be getting a fourth season of the show sometime in the spring of 2021, but if they are not even in production yet, then it is possible we might have to wait significantly longer for that fourth season. But enough doom and gloom. We have a wonderful Rayllum-focused comic in front of us, so let's dig right into it. We start with Rayla having a terrible nightmare in which she is being harassed by Viren. Along with her parents and Runan, she sees Callum in Viren's grasp. Thankfully, she wakes up soon after, and everyone she loves, well, aside from her parents and Runan, is beside her. Callum tickles her with a feather from the phoenix Fifi. Rayla does not find this particularly funny, and she talks about how terrified she has been. Callum says that maybe she should try to move on and put her past behind her. Rayla says that maybe she just can't. They snuggle and there's love here, but there's also a lot of tension and anxiety. They want what is best for each other, but they have very different perspectives on what is best, and they live in very different worlds mentally. Still, the affection between them is obvious. When they go to dinner, it is very apparent to everyone that they are in love with each other, and when they realize that everyone knows, they blush. It's honestly kind of adorable, but it does raise the question of whether they will be able to hide their affections from each other in Season 4 if that becomes necessary, which it probably will be. What if, in Season 4, they are traveling through hostile territory among people who are not particularly keen on the idea of a relationship between a human and an elf? What if they have to, therefore, keep the attraction between them a secret? Will they be able to do that? Everyone has dinner, and they revive Fifi, and everyone does their best to enjoy themselves, but Rayla just can't. She can't escape the horror of losing someone you love. Following the Phoenix revival ceremony, she does not follow everyone else, instead escaping into the woods. Callum is the only one who notices. He runs after her, and they get into a fight. Rayla claims that Callum does not really know what she is going through, because although he has also lost people, he knows what happened to them. And he responds that yes, he knows what happened to them, he knows they're dead, and he knows that one of the people he loved, his stepfather, King Harrow, is dead because of one of the people Rayla is missing, Runan. Now, Callum is not a bitter or angry person, and he does not mean to say these things, but they come right out of him before he has a chance to restrain himself. He knows he said the wrong things, and Rayla accuses him of not having moved on, even though he wants her to. She says that no one has moved on. In the morning, he finds that she's not there. She has snuck away in the night. Both because of the situation and because of who Callum is, he is borderline hysterical. Yes, Callum overthinks things all the time, and here he is in such a disquieting situation that it would inspire even the most level-headed person to start overthinking things, to start questioning what they did wrong, and so Callum is reduced to a quivering mess. This will not be the last thing that makes him question the relationship between them in the graphic novel, but it is still devastating. Everything looked so perfect for them earlier, but it couldn't last. Callum thought this relationship would completely transform them, and in a way it did, but for the most part they're still the same people they were before, even though they have each other. And so Callum has to try to figure out how to heal the rift between him and Rayla. He has to try and figure out how they can move forward as a couple. But it's hard. Even if we can understand what's happening factually better than Callum does, we share his heartbreak and anxiety. Callum receives advice that maybe he shouldn't have told Rayla the complete truth, that maybe the complete truth is not what she needs. This begins the fascination of this graphic novel with lying and deceit. Callum is very understandably uncomfortable with the idea of lying to the person he cares about the most in the world. But when he hears about the idea of opening the Moon Nexus for Rayla, he jumps at it. All of this is rather ominous, but before the plot can progress, Rayla returns home. Initially, it's a little awkward between them. They don't know what to say to each other. They try to talk around what happened between them instead of talking about it, but the relationship is still strong, there's still sweetness there. The trust that they have for each other is still intact. Their bond is as strong as ever, and as long as they maintain that, I believe that their relationship will succeed. As their conversation progresses and they talk about the idea of Rayla journeying into the Moon Nexus, Callum suggests that her mind might be shattered by what she sees there, and Rayla says she's not afraid of that. Then Callum suggests that she might have to swim in water, and this is what terrifies her. Nonetheless, she agrees to go and seek the Moon Nexus, but only on the condition that she goes in there alone. Completely alone. Here we have the introduction of something important. Rayla does not want Callum to be in danger. She's the one who always takes on too much responsibility. She's the one who always wants to face the danger, even if that's not healthy. Callum convinces Lujan's new partner, Alan, into helping him construct the Moonhenge so he can open the Moon Nexus and help out Rayla. But although this is about Rayla, it's also about more than that. It's about repairing the relationships between humans and elves. The structure was destroyed because elves believed humans were irresponsible, so the reconstruction of this structure is a sign that no, humans are not innately destructive, and the relationship between elves and humans can be prosperous. Rayla and Callum dance together to reawaken the Nexus, kind of like what they did back in Season 3. Using magic, Callum recreates the steps he saw people doing back when he used memory magic to zoom into the past. It is one of the last peaceful moments we see between Rayla and Callum in this comic. After it's over, Rayla enters the Nexus, forbidding Callum to follow her. Only when Callum receives a definite sign that she needs his help does he rush in to save her. Now, it does not go well at first, and Rayla feels terrible for risking not only her own life, but also Callum's. This is exactly what she did not want to happen, and even though their lives are saved and they emerge from the Nexus, Rayla is still shaken. Based on what Rayla saw in the Nexus, Viren is still alive. She saw him in this weird cocoon and with his eerie eyes, and she knows he's not just dead, so she wants to go after him. But she knows this is a very dangerous task, and it could be a silly risk considering that she does not have firm proof that Viren is still alive, so she really does not want Callum to accompany her. When she tells Callum about her plan, he pledges to go with her. He does not distrust her, even though she does not have any material, empirical evidence to back her up. It's a real sweet, heartwarming moment. And if the comic had ended there, it would have been a lovely indicator of where Season 4 is going, with Rayla and Callum teaming up to track down Viren. But then the graphic novel twists the knife a bit. It's not gonna let us, the fans, get off that easy. It's a lot more devastating than that. Rayla cares about Callum way too much to allow him to endanger himself for the sake of her ambitions, so she sneaks away before dawn, leaving him alone again. She repeats the same line about the kind of lies that are beneficial to the people you care about that we see Callum and Lujan talk about before. Is there such a thing as good-hearted deception? The graphic novel doesn't give us a clear answer, but in this case, it's definitely negative. Even though Rayla's intentions are the best, her deception draws her away from Callum, even though they care about each other more than anything. How long will it be until they see each other again? We don't know. Hopefully Season 4 will reveal it to us. I doubt they will be separated forever in Season 4. I hope that they will come back together, but that's not a sure thing. Even Aaron Haas in the AMA said that it was not a certainty that they would ever see each other again. So we'll have to see. So anyway, thank you all for watching. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Donate to my Patreon if you can. If you want to see more videos like this, keep watching The Dragon Prince. It is a brilliant, clever, thoughtful show that is only getting better with time. I'm so glad it was renewed for another season. And I really hope that season comes at least soon-ish. I don't know how many more months I can take without another season. But, we'll have to see. There's nothing else we can do but wait. So anyway, tune in soon for my next analysis. It will be coming soon-ish. I promise you that. Thank you all again. Adios, comrades.